Welcome to the Vineet Loya Show. The goal of this podcast is to share the knowledge and wisdom I accumulated from various sources, such as listening to amazing podcasts, or watching creative videos, TV shows, and movies, or reading insightful books, or having meaningful conversation with people in real life. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did while creating it.
Hello, everyone. I am super excited today because I just got a shipment from A Boring Life. Yeah. So, A Boring Life is a company which I invested a bit. And to give you a background, I don't have that kind of money to invest into an entire company, but I signed up for this I would say investment firm called Micro Ventures, and it's amazing. If you're living anywhere in US, you might want to check this out because you can invest maybe like a minimum of $100 into different companies, and over time can get return on that investment. So basically, it's like investing into startups when you don't have enough money, or you don't, when you're not like a professional angel investors. And if you want to get the feel of what the investments into startup look like, this is the way to go. I'm sure there are a bunch of other investment firms as well which allows you, or which would allow you to invest just $200-300 into any startups. I found this micro ventures company very useful. It's very straightforward. I actually tagged my referral link in the show notes too, so you can check that out and sign up and see if you like to invest into some companies. And the one of the reason why I did that, and I started this last year, and I did that because historically speaking, you will get more ROI on any investments when you invest into the company in the initial phases. So when they are in startup phase, and that's why you would observe that most of the angel investors, they invest into startups, and not just one startup. They don't put in all the money into one bucket. So they spread out their money and they diversify into various startups. And even if one company clicks, it will pretty much recover all the investments. And that's what I've been listening from Tim Ferriss and Neville and a few other angel investors I follow. And that's how the trend is. I mean, you obviously cannot know which company going to be successful, and if you wait till the company is successful and they launch their IPO or stocks and then you buy their stocks, you are already a bit late in the game. The stock still helps, but it's not the same returns. Well, for an instance, if you would have invested into, say, Facebook or Instagram when they were in the startup phase, that $1 investment could have like hundreds of thousands of dollars of returns at this moment. So startups investment are the best way to go. And obviously, people like me who don't have a lot of money, or experience for that matter, because it's not just about the money. The most important part of figuring out which company to invest in is the experience, because there are so many different companies out there. So microventures, check that out. And I invested into A Boring Life. This is a CBD based snacks, and I just got my perk. So depending on how much amount you invest, you may get like different perks with your investments. So these perks are just bonus. These are not return for your money. It's just a bonus, right? So I got these three different snacks. Boring Life almonds, which is dark chocolate and sea salt, and it has organic hemp extract in it. So it's looks pretty delicious. And I have a Boring Life almonds, which has a hint of lavender and, of course, organic hemp extract. So this is gonna be pretty sweet, or lavender. And lastly, I have a Boring Life walnuts, which is sweet and spicy. And they also sent me this fanny pack, which I typically don't use, but I'll find some use of it. But I am super pumped to try out all of these different snacks and check out what Boring Life is doing. Boring Life is a company which is based out of Oregon, and I think the name of the city is Boring, and that's the name. And they they create manufacture different snacks for humans as well as for pets. So if you have a dog, they have gummies, CBD infused gummies, and that's something your dog might like. And uh, one of the reasons why I invested in this is because CBD have a lot of health benefits, such as it helps with chronic pain, or even say non-chronic pain too. It helps with sleep. It helps with anxiety and depression and other disorders. So, overall, I see that the future of medical use of CBD, or I would say not medical per se, but healthier use of CBD gonna rise, and that's why I invested into this uh, company, and I'm super positive that Boring Life gonna be super hit just by looking at the quality of the the wrap itself. I can see it's pretty neat, and I can't wait to try it out, which I will later today, and let you guys know how it tastes like. And that also is a good gateway to the topic which I want to talk about today, which is to invest time and energy wisely. Because time is one of those resources which is non-renewable, so you cannot get your time back. Energy, you can get your energy back, whenever you feed, or whenever you take rest. You can retain, or you can get some of you can energize, basically. But time is a one-way stream. You can never get it back. But if you invest your time and energy into the right things, that would enrich your life in a way you can't even fathom, I think. Um, because I personally started on this journey a few years back, and last year was one of the best years of my life, because I changed the way I analyze my uh, success, so to speak. So every single day, I highlighted 4 or 5 things I want to accomplish that specific day, and I made a note of these ahead of time. So it's not like I'm sitting down today and making a list of things I want to do tomorrow. It's already done. So I know what are some of the things which I want to do. And every single day when I write down journal, I gauge myself based on the day's accomplishment. So imagine if you are feeling down today, right this moment, and a year from today, what are the chances that you would remember how you felt or how you are feeling right now? I would say zero, unless it has some sort of drastic significance, to kind of saved in the long-term memory. I won't be remembering what I'm feeling right now. Right, likewise, I won't be even remembering what I'm felt for the entire day. So a year from today, when I look back, I don't know how my day was. Was it good? Was it bad? And what what was the improvement over the previous day? I don't have any of that data. So journaling kind of helps when I document what I accomplished today, right? And regardless of how I felt for the entire day, I may feel good, I may feel bad, I may feel horrible. I just gauge myself based on if I completed these tasks. So a month from today, when I look back in the journal, or a year from today, when I look back, I would be able to see if I, say, uh, exercise today, if I ate healthier food today, if I, um, slept on time today, or however I gauge my life, right? So if I went to open mic today, if I went to train in Aikido today, or if I, what was the other thing? Yeah, if I read a book today. So these are some of the things which I make a note of. And if I completed those, then by all means, today is a successful day. It doesn't matter how I feel right now because emotions are temporary. For that matter, everything is temporary, but emotions and thoughts, these are very, very temporary. These flows through your mind body as you experience different reality. And when you, or let me rephrase, when I started focusing my success based on what I do, not based on what I feel uh, in a particular single day, it's a change in the mindset. And that's where I'm getting at, to invest your time and energy into things which will be rewarding in a way in the longer period instead of short term reward, which we all tend to do by, let's just say, overeating or watching some random stuff online, or just, you know, doing unhealthy stuff. And once you refocus it and shift the way you analyze the things, that might also create this butterfly effect where you're gonna take more action, where you're gonna do more of those things. Because every single night, even if it's 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. when I'm on, when I just go to bed, if I completed all of these tasks, I feel fulfilled. I feel like a person who, let's just say, who worked hard for the entire day, and then after accomplishing everything, they're just about to take rest. That's the fulfillment I'm aiming for. The fulfillment um, of the things of doing the things which I said I would do. And everyone have different priorities, so you may have a different set of list you want to work on. So think about it, and just make a note of it. Just observe where you're spending your time and energy. And the one of the best way to observe this is by being mindful, by meditating. uh, the meditation opens up more capabilities, opens up doors within your mind, which allows you to, you know, take a step back, analyze and observe, and then take more action. So, uh, yeah, start meditating. Make it as a part of your New Year's resolution. At least meditate for 10 minutes. Start somewhere, and I'm sure in as you gradually keep on consistently meditating, you would observe changes within your life, and also changes on how you look at the world altogether.
Thanks for listening. I hope you find our one sided conversation valuable. kindly share it with people in your life. I would love to hear back from you. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Vineet Loya. Also check out my website vineetloya.com. Enjoy rest of your day and stay peaceful.